This hearing of the U.S. Senate Caucus on International Narcotics Control will come to order. The foreign terrorist organization known as Hezbollah has posed a significant threat to U.S. national security and to our ally, Israel, since it emerged from the violence of the Lebanese civil war of the early 1980s. Congress last held a hearing squarely focused on Hezbollah's activities in the Western Hemisphere in 2015. It's time for an update. Much has happened in the intervening decade, and now it's time to revisit our inquiry into this proxy of the world's #1 state sponsor of terrorism and its entanglement with Latin American cartels. In its early years, Hezbollah carried out a number of high-profile terror attacks against the United States, including the 1983 suicide truck bombings of the U.S. Embassy and U.S. Marine barracks in Beirut, the 1984 car bombing of the U.S. Embassy Annex in Beirut, and the 1985 hijacking of TWA Flight 847. Hezbollah forms part of Iran's network of proxies across the Middle East, along with other terrorist organizations like the Houthis and Hamas. In 2020, the U.S. State Department estimated that Iran provided as much as $700 million in funds to Hezbollah annually, and was one of Hezbollah's main suppliers of military technology. Hezbollah's threat to the United States and Israel is not geographically confined to the Middle East. In 1992, at Iran's direction, Hezbollah bombed the Israeli embassy in Buenos Aires, killing 29 people and wounding 242. And in 1994, Iran ordered Hezbollah to carry out the bombing of the Argentine Israelite Mutual Association Jewish Society Community Center, killing another 85 people and wounding more than 300. The American Jewish Committee has described the attack as the deadliest anti-Semitic attack outside of Israel since the Holocaust. Last year, we observed the 30th anniversary of that bombing, and although we have not suffered another successful Hezbollah-perpetrated terrorist attack in the Western Hemisphere since 1994, Hezbollah has been far from inactive. Its activities in Latin America are chiefly focused on raising funds for its terrorist operations in the Middle East and elsewhere. Beginning in the mid-'80s, Hezbollah established a presence in the lawless tri-border region of Argentina, Brazil, and Paraguay, infiltrating the largest Lebanese Shiite diaspora community. As the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, FinCEN, noted last year, Hezbollah's illicit activities in the tri-border region have included oil smuggling, money laundering, black market money exchange, counterfeiting, and illegal weapons procurement. FinCEN also reported that Hezbollah has developed close ties to the South American drug trafficking organizations, laundering their proceeds for them. Hezbollah has found a home in Venezuela as well, where the Chavez and the Maduro regimes have developed close ties with Iran and Hezbollah. I'm concerned about reports that indicate that the former Venezuelan vice president was responsible for issuing Venezuelan passports to Hezbollah members, facilitated their coming to Latin America through Venezuela, and helped Hezbollah to channel funds to the Middle East. In 2020, the Department of Justice charged a former member of the Venezuelan National Assembly and Maduro ally with narco-terrorism, drug trafficking, and weapons offenses. Among other things, the Department of Justice has alleged that El Zabayar acted as a liaison between the Maduro-linked Cartel de los Soles, or Cartel of the Suns, and Hezbollah and Hamas. Hezbollah has also been active in Venezuela's southern neighbor of Colombia. The U.S. Treasury Department has linked Lebanese-Colombian drug kingpin Ayman Joma, his network, to Hezbollah as well. In 2012, the department designated several members of Jomah's network, including Ali Mohammed Salah, under the department, under the Foreign Narcotics Kingpin Designation Act. Salah was a former Hezbollah fighter who led a Hezbollah support cell in Colombia, solicited donations for Hezbollah from local business owners and residents, and acted as a liaison to Hezbollah's Foreign Relations Department and its operations in Latin America, Europe, and the Middle East. More recently, the Department of the Treasury sanctioned Mahdi Akil Helbawa, who established a Colombian-based charcoal company used to launder funds for Hezbollah. While Hezbollah has been a significant terrorist threat to the United States, they have faced significant setbacks in the past year. In 2024, Israel eliminated much of Hezbollah's senior leadership. Hezbollah lost an important ally following the collapse of Bashar al-Assad's regime in Syria in December of 2024. And most importantly, Israel's success in the 12-day war with Iran and President Trump's brave decision to strike Iranian nuclear sites in Operation Midnight Hammer could dry up a key source of funding for Hezbollah. Analysts estimate that before the 12-day war, Iran provided between 70 and 90% of Hezbollah's annual budget. These setbacks may force the Iranian regime to look inward, and Hezbollah may be motivated to look elsewhere for funds to carry out its terrorist attacks. In this critical time, Hezbollah may seek to further expand its Latin America drug trafficking and money laundering networks, and that's why we are holding this hearing today. Today's hearing will help us to evaluate the current threat posed by Hezbollah to our south, to review the measures the U.S. government has taken to counter that threat over the last 10 years, and to consider how best to respond to the new environment. We're fortunate today to have a group of highly qualified witnesses, and I'm looking forward to the discussion.